Greetings, Boris and ghouls. Today on Catapult Time, remember this? Obviously, it was completely useless to shoot anything out of, but we're not done with it yet. We're going to steampunk it. Now, what is steampunk? Imagine an information age with a Victorian aesthetic. That is steampunk. Let's see how to do it. Stay tuned. Alright, I can tell you what we're going to be needing right now. The first thing you need to do is go find yourself a cheap toy gun. I wouldn't go with a Nerf gun, they're too expensive, or a Busby, they're way too expensive. You can get it like a broken one at a yard sale, or get a real cheap one at Dollar Tree, or even Walmart if you can find one cheap. That one there was like $3, and as you saw in the video, it was terrible, and I said it'd make an interesting, cosplay or a costume deal, so we're going to costume this one up. So, right now, the first thing we're going to do is, since I'm doing this as a steampunk thing, first thing I'm going to do is do some riveting. Now, for rivets, what you want to do is just barely, and hopefully not snip that. May have to have a pair of scissors because, now, push that in and start kind of doing that. Get that loose, and you just kind of put a little dot here and hope that it doesn't do that. I don't know what it is with hot glue that wants to string up, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, see, I don't know. This, if maybe my glue's not hot enough, but you get the basic idea. So what we're going to do is I'm putting a few rivets along here. And the reason I call them rivets is because it's supposed to kind of I want to cut some stringers off. You could probably do this with Elmer's glue too, but I'll probably end up having to come in and snip some off at the end of this anyway. Look at this. There we go. Having some issues with this stuff stringering up. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to push that down or let it dry. See, I'm going to come across here. If you have stringers, just kind of snip them off, because you're not wanting the stringers to stick up. You're just kind of wanting it to look like it's got rivets. So, what I'm going to do is, you can see I'm putting some rivets here. And here. And I'll pull the string, or pluck the strings off when I'm done. But basically the idea is to make it look like it's metal. We're going to put another rivet here, and I'll flip him over and put one on this side. Now, we'll put a little decal or something right there. So we're going to put a rivet here, here, and here. Like I said, I'll have to, the next step will probably be to cut stringers off. So we're going to have a lot of stringers. And I'm going to fill in the screw hole here, which is probably going to have to be smoothed down at some point, because we're going to end up spray painting this. So we're going to fill this up to make one rivet here, another one here, and another one here. Come over here with it. We're going to put another one here, here, and here. Like I said, when I'm done, this will all be painted over. So, but yeah, your problem here once this thing dries is trying to get rid of all these. You will have stringers, at least with this glue gun. I've not seen a glue gun yet that did not have stringers. So, we'll go ahead and get some of this off here. Don't really want that much space between them. There we go. That'll do. Now, let's see here. Trying to think if there's anything else we need to do. I've got pretty well where I want these things at. I just got to get these, pluck these strings off of it. The strings will be an issue. So after you get it painted, you might have to come in and use a pair of scissors to pull off some of this. There we go. I got another one over here. Got a little bit of stringer going on here. So what we're going to do is you're going to need, probably at this point, you're going to need a toy gun. And you're going to need some hot glue and a pair of scissors to get rid of the strings that are on it. What I propose to do is next, I'll kind of give you a bit of a heads up as to what I'm doing. I'm going to paint this silver, and then kind of gloss, and then kind of dry brush in some copper over it. Now let's pluck the strings on this side. So we do have some strings. Right there's one. Right here's one. What it is basically the glue did not, it was so polymer that it did not, either didn't heat up properly or just something anyway. So what you're going to do is just kind of plunk this off and get this and this, and just kind of pull the stringers off, because you don't want them on there when you spray paint this thing. Now, if this was an actual Nerf gun, you would obviously want to take it apart and get the mechanics out so you're not going to damage the mechanics. As poorly as this thing performed, I'm not particularly worried about mechanics. There we go. Now, we're going to let that dry. I'm going to have to figure out what I want to put over here, because we're not going to be using the darts on this thing anymore when I'm done. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here along the top. Remember me complaining about that seam? I'm going to go ahead and kind of just fill that in. Now, just kind of across the top and peel off the excess. And I'm gonna maybe make it look like a weld line or something right here. Make it look like it's welded. And just go all the way up with it. Now, we're gonna let this dry tonight. And until tomorrow, we will see you guys on the flip side. In the morning, I'll paint this. Just kind of let me know through the comments what you think we ought to do with it. This is Dr. Von Mad. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you love it, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell to get notified. We'll see you cats on the flip side. Bye-bye.